In the last video, we created a new Active Directory forest by installing a new Windows Server 2012 R2 server core system. In this video, I will demonstrate how to join a Windows Server 2012 R2 server core system to an existing domain. Then I will promote the system to become a domain controller in the existing Active Directory domain. I already have a new system installed and ready to go. We'll begin much in the same way as we did last time by entering a command, PowerShell command prompt. Then we'll rename the computer with the rename-computer command using the new name attribute. This time we'll name it DC2. Next, we'll execute the get net IP configuration command. And with this, we're just verifying that the interface index is 12 and the default gateway that was assigned by DHCP is the same as last time because this is on the same network. Next, we'll add a new IP address with new-net IP address, and we'll use the IP address attribute. We'll assign an address on the same network. In the subnet mask, we'll specify with a CIDR notation of 24, and this is equivalent to 255.255.255.0. And the default gateway we will set to what we just observed. And I didn't indicate the interface index, so I'll do that now. There we go. And now we will set the DNS settings with set DNS client server address, and we will do the interface index again. And the server addresses attribute, this time we will set the value from the original domain controller DC1, and we'll add the local server as an option since it will become a DNS server as well. And now we can reboot. Last time we used the shutdown command, which is a standard command prompt executable. Now we will use the restart computer PowerShell command. Alright, so now we've rebooted. We'll enter PowerShell again, and we will verify that the computer name change has taken effect. Great, and we should also be able to ping DC1 by its IP address and also by its name. Both the regular name and the fully qualified domain name. And we can begin now by joining the computer to the domain. We do that with the add-computer command and specify the domain name, which is testlab.local. And we need to provide the credentials. And we will use the test lab administrator account. And I typed something incorrectly, apparently. There we go. And we have to reboot once again. Alright, and now that we have joined the domain, we should be able to log on to the system with the domain administrator account. Voila. Right. Now we'll go ahead and begin PowerShell again. Install the proper features with the install Windows features command. And it'll be just like last time, the ad-domain-services and DNS. And that'll take a little bit of time. Once these are installed, we will go ahead and set up this system as domain controller. It will create zones, replicate data, etc. So that shouldn't take too long. It's a small domain. It has an administrator account and 2 computer accounts at this point. And that's done. So we import module ADDS deployment, just like last time. Sorry about that. And now we run the install ADDS domain controller command. We specify install DNS, and we specify the domain name, which is testlab.local, and we must supply the credentials. And here we go. There's a few warnings in here. It'll overcome those. It's kind of a chicken and egg situation where it's trying to create a zone, but DNS didn't exist yet, so I had to go through and create all of that. So here we go. It's going to reboot us. And it does take a little while. It is a domain controller. The domain services are starting, and all of those have to start before you can log into a domain controller. Many services can start asynchronously, but the services that run domain services are all required. All right. So we are logged on to the system. It is now a domain controller in our domain, and we're just going to do some verification. So I'm importing the Active Directory module in PowerShell. Here we can get the computers that are joined to the domain. So we have DC1 and DC2. And we just run get AD domain controller, and we'll just simplify this here with the name. Okay, so we're able to perform those operations. Get AD user. Those are all of our AD users. There's the administrator that we're logged in with now. Great. So that concludes this episode. I hope this demonstration was useful for you, and please subscribe so that you can stay up to date with the videos that I create. Thanks.